our timed items, and our first one is 6.1, public input. I do have two here. Go ahead and start with previous Supervisor Jeff Smith. Come on up.
Thank you, Board. A couple of things. The first thing is I really want to thank the road department and our new road department head, and especially the street sweeper guy that has spent almost a week up on our streets after we talked to you guys 2 or 3 weeks ago. We just met this morning, another half-hour meeting to get our issues resolved, and I really appreciate the effort finally that we have gotten to get some things done. The second thing I wanted to talk about was, EJ, I really wish you would follow through and return phone calls like a board member should. You called me on a Friday in January, and I returned the call. We spoke for 18 minutes that following Monday. That was about the middle of January. You'd told me, I'll get back to you by the end of the week, and if not the end of the week, by the end of the month. And I guess I should have asked what year that was going to be, because, you know, it's a little ridiculous over the last 5 years, seeing now that I'm in your district, and I try to follow through and get communication. And the biggest communication was this road deal. If we hadn't come ourselves as a community before the board, we'd still be sitting and waiting to get something done. So please follow through. You should return every phone call, whether it's good news or bad news. Return the calls. My neighbor's gone through the same thing that's here about you returning his phone calls. Please do so. It's a common courtesy, whether it's bad news or not, at least return the call. Thank you.
Thank you. Alan Fletcher, please come up.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is informational. I'm not asking the board to do anything. I have requested that my supervisor provide me with assistance in expediting a code complaint that I filed on Friday. As you know, we now have Measure U, and so Save Kelseyville is a political committee, and that political committee printed and distributed signs labeled Save Kelseyville. Those are not freedom of expression. Anyone can put up a handwritten sign saying Save Kelseyville, but a sign that says savekelseyville.com is a political sign. So I'm asking first that code enforcement determine that those signs are political. Secondly, political signs come under subsection X, which says, well, first it does not mention the size of a sign. So a sign, in my opinion, could be anything from a postcard to a 100-foot billboard. If they wanted to exclude flyers and yard signs, they could have done so. All the other regulations specify maximum sizes. Nothing specifies a minimum size, which would make it a political sign. Thirdly, since it is a political sign, they are not allowed to be displayed until August the 7th. So those dozens of Save Kelseyville signs are, today, code violations. So I'm asking that action be taken today to request of the person responsible, namely the Save Kelseyville Committee, that they take down those signs today. Maybe they can put them up tomorrow, again, but I request that they be taken down today, and I think I've designated 3 signs, 2 at the residence of Mr. Mark Borghesino, and 1 larger sign opposite Kelseyville Lumber. I know it's symbolic just to tag those 3 signs, but it would make a symbolic point. Finally, since they are political signs, the people who put them up should be informed that they have to be taken down 10 days after the end of the election. So I urge you to, Mr. Crandall and maybe one other, Mr. Green maybe, to consult with code enforcement and make sure that those determinations are made, namely, they are political signs, small signs are not exempt, and secondly, to take action today on at least 3 of those signs. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public input in the room?
Yeah, we do have one more public input, Millie Simon.
All right, come on up.
Hi, I'm the county supervisor. I'm reading this for Wanda Quiddy-Quit. She wanted me to read this to your...
The microphone so we can hear you. Here,
Okay, thank you. Okay. Hi, Lake County Supervisors, or good morning. I just wanted to read this little bit of paragraph from Wanda Quiddy-Quit. It was due to our Pomo statue, and she just wants to thank... I'll read it. Hello, my name is Wanda Quiddy-Quit. She couldn't be here today. I'm a member of the Tribal Advisory Committee to Lake County Museum. I am so happy to have this moment to present this small bronzette maquette of the Lake County family statue to you as preview what the life-size statue will look like. It will be a memento when it is finally standing on the lawn of the Courthouse Museum. I want to thank the Board of Supervisors for all you have done for this project. It will give a great meaning and presence to us. The meaning of presence to us and the indigenous Pomo people of Lake County, because it will represent our past, present, and future. And from my heart, I thank you, Board of Supervisors. So, well, I guess the maquette is done, and someday they will bring it in. Well, Carolyn Burley will bring it and show it to you guys. So, anyway, I just wanted to pass this note on for her because she could not be here. But thank you for your time.
That's Millie Simon. I'll just state her name as she's walking back, right?
Yeah.
All right, is there any other public input?
I'd like to read something, yes.
Come on up.
Hi, baby. Good morning. My name is Frances Ford. I live in Kelseyville. This is about the vetting process of the BGN. And it says here that all geographic name proposals forwarded from the BGN to the CAGN will be reviewed and researched to identify historical context, any association with discrimination and violence, geography, relevance, and impacted stakeholders. I read that because a letter was sent to you. You've had it since quite a while, and there's been a decision to take a ballot measure on, and I would ask you to rethink and rescind that because of the fact that paying $50,000 to find out what our county's about is not for me. I am about the change of the name. I know that there's racism in our courthouse, in our streets, everywhere we live. It's everywhere. So to pay for that understanding is an insult. It's an insult to you by not recognizing and writing this letter earlier. So that's all I think. I thank you for the statue also. Thanks for bringing that to the board this morning. And good day.
All right. Any other public input? Anything on Zoom? No? All right. And so I just wanted to state, Mr. Smith, there is a Central Region Town Hall next week on Monday. And I did mention last time you can attend those, and I'm sure you can relate, as I heard the numerous voicemails of frustrated constituents when my colleague and I started out, when I had to hear those on mine and on his voicemail. So I appreciate that, and I'll do my best to call back. All right. Let's see what we got next.